For this renovation to be completed in a somewhat timely manner, I need to be really disciplined with myself and not get carried away with the number of different tasks I could start all at once. In fact, I want to be really strict with myself and say, where possible, if I'm starting work in one room, don't start work in another room until I've finished that project. I don't think it's feasible to say, I won't do any work on another room until this room is completely done to how I want it, because I don't know how I want it when I'm finished. In this room in particular, you've got mould behind the units, so that needs to go. And I'm going to dedicate this afternoon, this evening, to removing all of these units so that I can scrub the damp away, because the damp and mould is most dangerous when it's not seen, right? So if I can deal with that, that means I can have a safe environment to, boil the kettle, cook a quick meal or something, whilst I'm getting on with tasks in another room. So I'm going to focus on this end of the kitchen because I don't really want to be deplumbing the sink just yet. All of these units, although they will eventually be replaced, I will hold on to them for the moment because they will be useful here and there. It's so nice to not be in a flat and have to worry about pissing off the people below. I've only got to worry about pissing off one person through that way. First worktop out. I think if I get these plinths off. What the hell is under here? It's quite surprising, really. It's full gourmet dinner, Scottish baby clothes, this green stuff. A bull. I think logically, this unit here is fixed in against two walls, whereas the longer one is only held in against one wall. So if I can loosen off the long unit and separate it, then I'll be able to remove the shorter one. Hello, just a quick one here. You might already know me. I'm Matt. I've done a van conversion, or most of a van conversion, mainly on this channel. Now I'm doing this house conversion, this renovation, and it's great to have you along if you're new. There is going to be plenty of content, so please subscribe and click on the button here. And yeah, I am balls deep in this renovation and there is so much more content to come. I'm currently stood in what's supposed to be my living room. I'm pulling up the floor. I'm going to put insulation under here and wet underfloor heating. That's all to come in a number of weeks' time, but just to reassure you that if you are going to sort of start on this journey with me, then there is going to be so much content. I'm going to film everything. So yeah, welcome to the channel and I'll see you around. Okay. Crikey, that is not good. Now a lot of that could just be dust and dirt, but I think it's quite mouldy. So I'm going to get that sprayed pronto. And I want to move all this away so I can clean all the way along here. But I'm going to need a place for all of this stuff. And I think the most logical place at the moment is putting it along here. I'm just going to measure the length of this worktop, which is 2,550. This back wall here. So this is, it's almost as if this used to be along here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it there. I don't know how many of you remember Safeways before Morrison's, but they used to have floors just like that, obviously polished tiles rather than lino, but it really does remind me of Safeways. Back with tools, because what I'm going to do now is move the worktops around against this wall. There we go. Lovely. So the next thing I need to sort out is the waste, and the sink is going here, and that is where this disused waste pipe is, and it's all solvent welded together. So I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to just remove the pipe entirely, because it's quite loose in the wall. So I think the easiest thing to do is to just cut it here and then pull it through and put my own new pipe through. Crikey! The wall's thicker than I thought, isn't it? Well, I guess it's got to go through two skins, hasn't it? Instead of having a pipe that terminates just through the hole, I figured it's much more flexible if I keep that pipe as long as possible, because then if it needs to be changed in the future, you don't have a connector right by the hole. Push this through. Let's see, that one's going to tuck into there. See, so we're too far over still. So as you can see, we're slightly low. I could lift it, but it's putting too much pressure on the pipe there. So what I can do is use another 135-degree bend to bring it up as well as in, and then that should slot nicely into there. There. That's better. And then this one goes between here and here, but obviously needs to be shortened. This is a better fit, because my battery's about to die. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Before I use the solvent cement on the waste fittings over there, I've just cut the pipes around here so I can actually pull that unit away, and then I can line it up in front of here so that I can make the correct sized hole in the back of the unit and slot it in place. Sorted. We've got these two pieces, each 65mm long. And I'm going to push one into here, close them up, one into here, close them up, and then we'll use another two. It's a bit messy, but as I say again many times, this is temporary. And then we just need I've just made a slight tweak to the setup because I still had plenty of excess on this waste sticking out the house. So I pulled it through and then I'm just coming across straight, and when that's pushed against the wall, then that is perfect. So I've marked this one out, ready to cut. So I'll do just that. you can see here I've marked on each piece the rotation, the correct rotation of all of the parts, so that when I stick them together, I can't get it wrong. That tells me where I need to paint. I'm going to paint on both the inside of the female fitting and the outside of the male pipe with Flowplast solvent cement. We're PPE'd up, let's get to work. You've got to be quick with this stuff. Line up, where's my line? There. After 10 seconds it should hold firm. Probably using a bit too much there, but better too much that you can wipe off than too little that you won't get a good bond, I guess. There we go. I'm going to do this one. I've probably just got Sharpie all over the brush. Shit, I'm being too slow. Are we alright underneath? I don't know if that moved. Yep, we're good there. And we're good there. Close. Done. Gloves off. Job well done. Oh, and then I can just push that one back through to there, I think it was. Blimey, it is 20 to 6. But I've done, I think, I'm just going to run the taps, do a check for drips. And there's nothing leaking here. Then we're good, because I made sure there wasn't a join there. And it should just be trickling out here. That needs clearing out, but that's a job for another day. Right, well, you made it to the end, so let me know what you want to see in the coming episodes. I mean, it's kind of nailed in what the content will be regarding which renovations, but do you want to see a tour? Do you want to see how the place is going to look at the end of the renovations? Let me know in the comments below, and that gives me some kind of a focus as episodes to put together, you know, when I can't do anything on the house because I've run out of money, which is going to be all the time. But I'd really like to hear your thoughts, suggestions, if any of you have renovated a place yourself in the past or are currently renovating. I'm all ears, because a lot of this stuff's new to me. But once again, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.